Hello guys, this is Platinum Big Soda back here again. Oh, my mouth is all dry. I should brought some water. But so this is another World of Tanks replay. I'm in my T20 Tier 7 American medium tank, fast tank, pretty good, 90mm, high DPM, a little bit of alpha damage gun. And I'm on this map that I don't remember the name of. And I'm not recording this live, this replay live. I'm actually recording it. This narration in Windows Movie Maker just because it wouldn't let me. So I'm watching this on a really small screen, so it's probably gonna be pretty hard for me to identify things. Yeah. So this was a pretty good game I played. I did around 2,000 damage. Killed a few tanks. It was a pretty fun game too. Zipping around in my T20, blasting people away. This is actually the second time I've recorded this narration because I realized the first time that Windows mic was turned off completely. Some sort of freaking bird outside my window. But yeah, Windows, I had it all turned off because every time I used to use my Turtle Beach headset, just because it's kind of broken now, only the mic really works. Really need to get a new headset, but gives this weird fuzzy noise, and if I turned off the mic completely, it wouldn't give me that weird noise. But now volume's only coming in through one ear, and it annoys the crap out of me, so I can't really use it for headphones anymore. I have this sweet pair of gold skull candies, Blarney. I'm not Irish, but yeah. But anyway, so my plan was to advance up to this castle thing and defend this side because it looks like most of the people have gone. A lot of the heavy tanks have gone to the other side, so it's really just me and a couple other tanks, and I get a shot in this Chinu or Chinukai or whichever one it was. Give him a little damage. It did actually take a hit back there. I'm not sure what it was from, but it was like 254 damage, so it was probably a 90mm gun maybe or something like that. I don't really know why I take this shot. I sort of expected it to bounce because it was right on that side cheek, angled really well. That was never going to penetrate, but whatever. So at this point, you can see that there's three or four heavies approaching, and yeah, it's just me and a tank destroyer, so we're getting pretty overrun. But there is KV5 or no, KV5 wouldn't be in this game. There's that tank back in the corner of Fail behind me. He actually does give pretty good support, so I'm pretty thankful for him because he does help me out a lot, and Artie also helps out because I would have died. I'd just been overrun if I hadn't had him. But so there's a Churchill and a KV-1S approaching. Get a shot in that Churchill, but it doesn't penetrate. Whatever. So I load some APCR and just pop one right through his frontal gun mantlet because at this point, I usually don't like using gold ammo, but this is one of those times when you sort of need to, because I am vastly outnumbered and I just don't want to die. And if I hadn't been here, we probably would have lost this side, and we probably would have lost the game. Maybe. But so I didn't really kill all of these guys, but I was like a stone in their path that was keeping them from advancing, because this Churchill could have just zoomed up, and this KV-1S, they could have just zoomed up and taken out that tank in the corner. That tank in the corner killed the KV-1S, and now there's just an M6 and a Churchill here. So that's some good help. And the Churchill, the M6 backs off, and he gets taken out, which is a big help, because I don't want to have two tanks shooting at me. Right before I fire, he gets taken out, and that Churchill also gets taken out. So now really it's just a Chinu and a KV, whatever that tank's, KV-1 I think. I missed the shot on this Chinu. I don't know how I missed that. Another derp moment. But whatever, we have them all. And I believe, yeah, he gets taken out before I can hit him again, but that's okay. Not about how many you kill, it's just about winning the game. And at this point, we are outnumbered 7-8. They do have one more tank than us, but that will turn around because now it's 8-8. And then there's that Matilda, and I don't want him to shoot me in the butt, so I try to drive around this building, get a shot in him here, and I actually don't realize at this point that my gun is damaged, but whatever. And then the Matilda ends up getting taken out. So that's good because now it's 9-8. We're actually ahead of them. So my next plan is to zoom around to the back of the other side of the map, where they're fighting in that between those two ridges, and to help put some flanking fire onto these guys, so the heavies can advance up. Well, the heavy, and then a wild leopard appears, and he doesn't penetrate me at all. And I just hit him with a shell and kill him. Yeah, so this is my plan, and I start pulling it out. And what's nice is that I can definitely get there because I did just repair my gun, so I did realize that eventually. But I do have a really fast tank. The T20 is a really fast tank. You can get up to 59 kph on flat, which is lightning speed, especially for a medium. Doesn't have the greatest engine, but it is pretty fast tank, so it's nice. That was one of my favorite parts about the T20. And there's this arty here, and I don't even know what I was doing. I have a perfect shot at the back of him. I'm just aiming, and I don't know why I stopped and fired and I missed him. That was a pretty bad move. But whatever. One arty. So I just started advancing up because I missed and got nothing else to do because he's off the minimap and he was retreating. Excuse me. A lot of pollen outside. My allergies are bothering me. Yeah, so I advance up. And I don't know why I drove through the cap. I mean, it did alert them that I was probably here, but who knows? They probably weren't even paying attention. But I do end up getting spotted, so it matters very little. And there's that arty again, the M44. And I started advancing up again, and I run into a pretty good surprise. It's always fun when you find arty with their backs turned over, with their backs to you. And that's what I do find right over this hill. And also I find a flak bus who decides to ram me. I mean, you're in a tank that weighs like 4 pounds. You don't ram another tank in a flak bus. You don't even ram arty in a flak bus. Stupid. He didn't have the 88mm, so he didn't do a ton of damage to me, which is nice, and I can finish off that arty, which always feels good when you get a kill on a scumbag. And then this M44 that I tried to fire at earlier is tracked and just sitting there, and I just finish him off. And right here I take a big hit from that heavy tank and from the T150, and I'm like, I wasn't really positive what I should do, so I just sort of advanced over here, and I missed this shot. I derped so many shots in this game. 3. It's pretty bad. So I advance up and try to get some more flanking fire on these guys, and that T150 spotted, so I figure I'll pop out and derp a shell into him, right into a side, right where I'll penetrate, which is nice. So I kill him, and I try to get a shot off with this E2, but E2 turns with his gun pointing at me, and I really don't want to die at this point. So I just wait for him, and he comes out, and then he's starting to advance towards me, and I hit him in the front, and I kill him. So it was a pretty good game. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I did somewhere around 2,000 damage, which is pretty good, and I talk to you all later, and bye.